alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie cult. Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie cult.
Hello and welcome to the Bad Movie Cult podcast. My name is Dominic Lawton. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Mr. Ken B. Wild.
Yeah! Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, in his last appearance for the month, we've had him all month, whether you've liked him or hated him. We don't know yet. We can't tell. We're recording this all in one go. We'll know by the end of the month, though, if you ever want him back again. So possibly for the last time ever. Welcome, Mr. Tom Ellis.
Hello, hello. Tough shit. I'm here. Okay, thank you.
This week, we are ending June on an absolute classic. It is, of course, the 1992 Andrew Davis two-time Oscar-nominated film, Under Siege.
It was the final voyage of America's mightiest battleship.
What's on this helicopter?
This little sweetheart, Miss July 89.
God, I love this business.
The party was wild.
Love you to death.
They really knocked them dead. Imagine this arsenal of tactical nuclear weapons falling into the wrong hands. The Pentagon never did.
4 minutes ahead of schedule. Damn, I'm good.
Now, a team of terrorists have taken over.
Wake up the president.
But there's just one thing they didn't count on. The cook.
Are you like some special forces guy or something?
No, I'm just a cook.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
This is not the work of a cook.
I want you to coordinate your efforts with us.
Yes, sir.
I see that you completely disobeyed my orders.
Roger that.
Ryback is an ex-SEAL.
Expert in martial arts, explosives,
Stand back!
weapons and tactics.
I also cook. The Nimitz is tracking 2 Tomahawks just launched from the Missouri.
Where are they headed?
Honolulu. Happy trails.
Steven Seagal.
I know you, don't I?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Been a long time.
I'll see you in hell, sailor boy!
Under Siege.
What do you reckon the IMDb rating is, Ken?
IMDb rating of this, I will... It's going to be a 6.2.
I was going to say 6.2. But to be different, I'll say 6.4.
6.5.
Oh, fuck you, Tom.
Yeah, two-time Oscar-nominated film, this.
For
So
what?
Two Oscars.
In what category?
Best sound and best sound effects editing. It didn't win either.
Shock.
It lost to Bram Stoker's Dracula for best sound and Last of the Mohicans for best sound editing.
It's a fucking tough
Good
year,
film.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a
good
tough
film,
fucking
though.
year.
What is it? Not nominated for best cook?
No,
Best cookery?
nominated for best cock. But Kelly LeBrock nominated it.
Please.
This movie was originally called a load of different things. It was called Dreadnought.
Okay.
It was called Law at Sea.
What?
It was called Out for a Swim.
Oh, God.
Classic Seagal.
It was called Ocean Justice.
Oh, classic Seagal. Was he just putting words of
I think
previous
so.
Seagal films?
Marked at Sea.
Marked for Sea Justice?
Deep Blue Chef. Seagal's Choice. Kung Fu Cook.
Kung Fu?
Kung Fu Cook.
Kung Fu Caveman?
Ship of Fools, Last Siege, and Battleship Shenanigans.
They're not real fucking suggestions.
The film's box office success played a role in delaying production of a third Die Hard film. Originally, the script was a spec script called Troubleshooter about a cruise ship taken over by terrorists.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the idea was deemed too similar to Under Siege, and the script underwent several rewrites before ultimately becoming Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Well, good.
Yeah, it became a better film.
Die Hard with a Vengeance is a great fucking
I
film.
fucking love that. That's my favourite Die Hard sequel.
Yeah, I really liked I like the third one.
This is one of only 3 movies with Steven Seagal to hold a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't understand Rotten Tomatoes, so that doesn't matter.
Ken, because
Yes.
you'll have no fucking chance, can you name the other 2 films that have a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes that star Steven Seagal?
What's fresh mean?
Positive reviews from actual critics.
Okay. I would say Executive Decision
Yes.
and Exit Wounds.
No.
Glimmerman.
No.
Fuck it then.
Executive Decision is one. The other one is Machete.
Oh, fuck off, Machete. That's not a Seagal film, though, is it?
Well, neither's Executive Decision.
Well, yeah, but he was building it.
Only Steven Seagal film to be nominated for Oscars.
Both of those 2 films, I think you'll find, are the only 2 Seagal films where he dies.
Yeah.
Thank you, and good night.
Very good. Harrison.
Have that, Tom.
I wouldn't know. This is the first Seagal movie I've ever watched.
Well, let's bring him in then. It's Tom, and he's never watched a Seagal film until this one. What the bloody hell are you doing with your life?
I know who he is.
And you love him. Everything he stands for.
From what I know, he's just overweight, fake kung fu guy.
Yeah, well,
that's how I know
What sort of attitude are you bringing into this episode?
Seagal movies are more something my granddad would watch.
What the fuck are you talking about? How dare you?
I'm just saying.
How dare you bring that to the table?
Although, to be fair, I did actually enjoy this movie, so...
Oh, I don't know if that just totally
absolved you of
carte
it.
blanche. I'm not sure if carte
ice
blanche
cream.
is offered around to everyone here.
It was to Seagal.
Yeah,
more than once by the
Reggie
look of it.
Bannister delivered by hand.
Well, I think in terms of a first film to watch for Seagal, it's a bit of a beauty to choose, to be fair. Probably a good entryway for him.
I guess. I mean, most commercially successful, I believe. This one? It's got to be. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I saw this when it was released at the cinema.
Oh, wow.
That's how fucking old I am.
You and it was Ken and your granddad. They went together.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We loved it.
Harrison Ford saw a rough cut of the film and approved Andrew Davis to direct The Fugitive.
Oh, well done. Well done, Andrew.
Which also starred... Anyone?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee fucking Jones.
Of course it did.
He also directed Above the Law / Nico. And he also...
Steven Seagal's first film, Tom.
Okay.
And he also directed Collateral Damage.
Oh,
Arnie.
I've watched that film.
Arnold
I like
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I
Arnold
love his
Schwarzenegger,
films,
where he
yeah.
decides to go and kill Columbia.
Yeah.
Good film.
And he also directed Code of Silence.
Code of Silence, a Chuck Norris film.
Mm-hmm.
Where he deals with police corruption.
I've got a plot for you, Ken.
I've not watched that one.
Of course you haven't.
Can you name a single
I'm
Chuck Norris
educating
film?
you. I'm educating you, apart from Code of Silence.
Is it the one where he fights Jackie Chan?
The fuck are you talking about?
Is there not one where he fights
He
Jackie
fights
Chan?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce
Lee, that's
You're
who I
talking
mean,
about
sorry.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, name it.
I can't remember the name, but I remember I watched it years ago. When I was
Name
young.
any word
My
of the
granddad had it
title.
on the TV and
Your
I'd be
granddad.
watching it. Yeah.
Your granddad again, was it?
It's an old
Jesus
film.
Christ.
I'm old horror movies, that's my thing.
Yeah, he's a horror movie guy, not an action guy. Any word of the Chuck Norris Bruce Lee film?
It's only 3 words.
I remember he grabs his chest and pulls his chest hair out. I remember that.
He's very hairy, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
he
Chuck
like
Norris
grabs it
is a
and
very
pulls
hairy
his,
man.
pulls his chest hair out and he ain't happy about that.
I don't think chest or hair that's not one of the words.
No.
Oh, I don't know the words, no. I don't know any of the I was a kid. I was a child.
We all were kids.
You weren't a kid.
Oh, right, okay. No, that's fair enough.
Ken was in the film.
That's fair enough. I wasn't. I was never a child.
I've got a plot for you,
It's good
Ken.
to have him back. Shooting from the hip.
Got a plot for you, Ken.
Go for it.
An ex-Navy SEAL turned cuck is the only person who can stop a group of nuclear terrorists when they seize control of a US battleship.
Brilliant.
One tagline for you.
Yep.
It's not a job, it's an adventure. Keywords.
Yes.
Battleship.
I was going to say ship.
Cuck.
Cook.
Insane man. I wonder who that's referring to.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, to be honest.
Man dressed as a woman.
Yep. Same person.
Exploding helicopter.
Yes.
And two of Ken's
.com.
Two of Ken's favourites, tits and cake.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Shall we begin, gentlemen?
Yes, let's do that. Way of the Dragon.
Is that what it was called?
We're just clearing that one up, okay? I don't want listeners to go on thinking, you never told him, okay? Forget it.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
The film begins with a look around the American battleship, the USS Missouri, and our first sight of Casey Ryback.
Yes.
Steven Seagal, his first film without a ponytail.
It is, yeah. Unusual.
Yeah, you can't have a ponytail in the Navy. That's why he's cut it.
Yeah. I bet he put up a fight, though.
No, if
Lord have
he
mercy.
puts up a fight, you're all overboard.
Yeah, he's got the ponytail if he puts the fight up. He's shooting the shit with everyone he meets.
He's a chatty bastard, isn't he? He's a bit of a comedy geezer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's slapping guys in the face.
Yeah, I quite like him. I like him. He's a bit of a happy-go-lucky cook.
Everyone's laughing the fact he's turned up in silk pyjamas.
Yeah, he's not wearing his bloody dress whites. He's wearing a kimono, as he always does.
We get soaring music and a look at some dolphins swimming along the boat.
Beautiful.
First shot of Commander Krill, Gary Busey. This is before he went in totally insane after his bike crash.
Yeah.
Is this before Point Break? It is, isn't it?
92. I don't know. When was Point Break?
94?
Was it?
Yeah, just before, right? Maybe. Yeah, he turns up. He's listening to the captain on the phone as Ryback comes into the office, and you can tell straight away that Krill doesn't fucking like him.
He's not a fucking fan at all.
Captain asks Casey to put on his dress uniform, saying if he had his ribbons, he'd wear them to bed. And that's just a little hint there of how decorated Ryback
That
is.
confused me at first.
What you thought, like?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, okay, so he's quite important.
Yeah.
And then obviously later on, oh, wait, no, he's a chef.
Yeah.
So what the fuck's going on there then?
Yeah, right.
Right, so yes, it's what we've got here, you see. So you guys out there, you've probably seen this film many times. We have. But Tom's giving the fresh view
Yeah,
to
I've
it.
got a fresh
so he's going to
perspective.
bring in. I would fucking love to go back and watch this for the first time again. I'm a little bit jealous right now.
I mean, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
No. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying I would love to go and watch
It's
this
just that
again for
one
the first
line,
time
yeah,
where you pick up on these things.
Yeah,
and you
it just
think,
confused me.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says it's the captain's birthday dinner, isn't it?
Holy shit. Happy birthday, Captain.
So what's going on?
I had my birthday recently.
You did, Dom. Yes, happy birthday,
You got
Dom.
a nice present.
Yeah, happy birthday. I didn't get the captain anything. Probably for the best.
Oh,
yeah, he
no.
wouldn't have appreciated it, would he? Yeah, but he says, oh, yeah, I won't ask you to come and meet the president or anything like that. And he says, yeah, good idea. Busey, fucking hell, he hates the very idea of Ryback meeting the president.
He says, you know how much I dislike ceremonies. I love how in Seagal's world, you can disobey, like the captain saying you need to come meet the president. And in Seagal's world, you can just be like, nah, you know what I'm like. I'm wearing my pajamas.
I just don't have time for that. I don't like all of this. We've got some idiot at work who does things like that.
Have you?
Yeah, we like they have a little bell.
Have you met the president of the United States?
Oh, yeah, 3 times.
Yeah.
But I'm not anymore.
No.
I've got more important things to do. I've got to order the milk.
Yeah,
You're going to make sure everyone's got enough milk and, potatoes, anyone?
Oh, yes.
That's me.
Of course.
Now, we've got a little bell if anyone makes a little
I've heard that about you.
a little extra bit of money on a job.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Casey starts to decline the invitation when Krill overhears and chirps up saying he doesn't think it's a good idea. And Casey agrees.
No.
For once, me and him are in agreement,
Yes.
he says.
They don't get on, these two. They're butting heads at all times.
The thing you don't realise, Tom, is Seagal's got 50 galleons of bouillabaisse that he needs to prepare by tomorrow.
I didn't realise that either. Thankfully, he told me, and I thought, well, that fucking takes precedence
a lot of cooking.
over the precedent.
Very good.
Thank you.
Seagal says, I could always do the old cheeseburger routine.
Have you ever, Tom, have you ever done the old cheeseburger routine?
I mean, I've made a cheeseburger. I mean, it's an easier option.
Then what?
What would
I mean, when he said it in the movie, I was like, well, yeah. I mean,
Tom,
I'd much prefer a cheeseburger to whatever else he was making.
Beef bourguignon or whatever the fuck he was doing. Bouillabaisse.
Yeah, I'd
fucking
much prefer a cheeseburger.
Stew pot.
Bouillabaisse stew pot is a great name. I'm writing that down for a future pitch.
What, you used to be a chef?
No, I've never been a chef.
What the fuck are you talking about then?
I'm just no one's said I used to be a
right.
chef.
Cheeseburger.
I can cook, but that's about it. I'm not a
cheeseburger.
chef.
What do you put on your cheeseburger if you're making one at home?
Cheese.
If I'm making a cheeseburger, I'll put
cheese.
Well, cheese, yeah.
Yeah, we go.
Lettuce. Tomatoes are the devil's fruit. I don't touch that. Gherkins. Mustard.
I'm with lettuce.
Tomato. Onions.
You said not tomato. You just said...
Tomato sauce, I mean. Tomato sauce mixed with the mustard sauce. The mustard's the main bit.
So like a prawn cocktail kind of scenario. No, that's mayo, isn't it?
Sorry. You like the moutarde?
Yeah,
American mustard or Coleman's?
French.
American mustard.
Mama,
stay away from me.
Ken, do you put a French mustard on your cheeseburgers?
Le Poupon.
Kenny Le Poupon, is that what they call you?
I do not, sir.
Have you not met Tommy Poupon?
I don't like the Poupon.
Tommy Poupon Le Goth.
Fuck off.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre noir.
No, I don't have mustard. I don't have mustard on anything. Fuck that shit.
Do you not like mustard on...
I don't know. I've never had mustard.
Oh, do you don't like it then? Mustard mixed with a little bit of tomato sauce.
Stupid. I've never eaten dog shit either, but I don't like it. I know I don't fucking like it, so don't give me that shit. Okay? How do you know you don't like it if you've never had it?
Ken's also never had curry before.
No.
Have you never?
Because it stinks of shit.
It's like a typical Englishman.
It's the same premise. Stinks of shit. It looks like shit.
Depends
Why
what
would
kind
I
of curry
taste it?
It depends
Just
what
in
kind of
case
curry.
it tastes of shit. No, I don't want one.
You get onions in curry.
I don't give a fuck about onions.
You also get onions and shit, to be fair.
I'm not onion based. I'm not.
I always thought Ken was onion based when
All
I
I
first
eat
met him.
is it. Have you got any onions in it? No, I'm not having it then.
Onions, anyone? He doesn't say that, does he? He says potatoes,
I'm
anyone?
potato based. Everyone who knows me knows that. Everyone who's fucking ever spoke to me knows that. How have you got them too confused?
Potato paste.
No, I don't want one either. Stop trying to force curry at me.
50 years ago today, the infamous Japanese surprise attack destroyed the Pacific Fleet here in Pearl Harbor. Today, in honor of those who lost their lives, the USS Missouri returns. Built to avenge Pearl Harbor, she did. Just days after we dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, the Japanese surrendered on the Missouri's deck, ending World War II.
Steven Seagal was dressed like the chef from the Muppets. He's got the hat.
If only he had the moustache.
Yeah. He's also got a jaunty angle to his hat, which I particularly liked.
That's because he's not playing by the rules.
He jokes about with another cook called Ramirez, who's played by Raymond Cruz, who plays Tuco Salamanca in Breaking Bad.
Yes.
President George H.W. Bush makes a speech announcing the removal of all Tomahawk nuclear missiles from all service ships. He mentions that after Missouri's long-time service, the ship will be decommissioned in California, making this trip her final voyage.
See, it's got a historical merit, this film.
Yeah.
It's all accurate.
We had a comment from Ryback because he's watching this speech on the TV as he's cutting up some carrots. He wonders how much money is being spent on this photo opportunity. Classic.
He's just anti-establishment, isn't he, this guy?
Can I just ask, what's your thoughts on Seagal, having not seen a film? You hear he's like, what he's supposed to be like, overweight, ridiculous films, but watching him in his
prime.
Well, just on the crest of...
This is top. This is like the peak, and then after this, he was coming back down again.
Him himself came across as how Chuck Norris or Van Damme, any of them would come across in a Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of them would come across in a movie. Like, they're the main character. They can do everything, say anything they want. Like, they can just do everything.
Mm-hmm.
They just came across as that.
Yeah. Well, I think to his acting ability.
Shit.
How dare you?
I mean, I'm not joking when I say it as well. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is a better actor.
He mainly
Steven
plays a
Seagal.
robot or Austrian, to be honest. So
What about that Christmas film he made?
he was Austrian in that.
He was a good film.
Would you put him as a worse actor than Schwarzenegger?
Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a great actor. You know what?
He's not bad, but
You know what? I feel like this kind of film, he's kind of doesn't suit it. I think like anything before this film, when it's like on the streets, he's a cop.
Yeah, I think he's better when he's unlikable.
Yeah.
In this, I think he's kind of...
He's trying too hard to be liked by everyone, isn't he?
a likable, chatty guy, and it doesn't suit him. He's more a man of mystery. He doesn't say much. He just comes in, kicks ass, does what he has to do, and fucks off.
like put Arnold in the same role.
Yeah.
I think he does better.
I don't know.
As a cook.
I think it would be a better film. I think he'd do better.
I
It'd
don't
be more
think it'd be a
badass.
better film.
To
I
be
think-
honest, I've said this often, that any film would be better if Arnie was in it.
Yeah. He's just quality.
But not instead of certain people.
That's an interesting topic, though, of like, if you put each other in each other's action films, would they be as good? I actually don't think Arnie would be as good in this if it wasn't Seagal.
Van Damme. I think Van Damme would be better.
Yeah, I think it would suit him with the banter and stuff.
Yeah.
He's more...
He seems more like.
However, when it gets to the action, Seagal's so quick and brutal, I think that suits it more than if Van Damme was in it.
Yeah, you're not jumping, spin kicking people in the middle of a fucking submarine.
Yeah,
you ain't got the room.
So I think they all have their merits in different ways. I think Van Damme would do this bit well, where he's just laughing and joking and being one of the boys. I feel like Seagal's a bit of an alien and he doesn't really know how to laugh and joke with anyone.
I don't think he understands people.
No. So that this bit does come across. So I get what you're saying, but when it comes to the action scenes, you're way off, and I wish you weren't on the podcast.
Okay, thank you. I'll leave.
Anyway, enough of this.
Anyway, back to me and Dom.
5 minutes in, and we're still getting credits appearing on the screen. I couldn't believe that. We keep cutting away to the fucking ship, and there's still credits. And then we get a scene of two guys talking about a helicopter landing, which has on board Miss July 1989.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Tate.
Whoa.
Fun fact for you, Ken.
Yes?
Erica Eleniak was indeed Miss July 1989.
And rightly so.
Mm-hmm.
Rightly so. Got me through many a night.
Tom says she's ugly.
Well,
I know. No. Don't gaslight me. I never said she was ugly. I just said she wasn't as attractive as maybe females would have been in those movies back then.
How old were you in 1992?
I wasn't born. Oh, 1990. I wasn't born.
So
let me just check.
So how the fuck would you know?
Because I've watched a lot of films.
How attractive people were in 1992
Listen, I just short hair.
without the gift of birth. Explain that to me.
I just didn't find her very visually appealing to me.
Really? I did.
Well, you're a fool.
Well, that's because she started talking and she's got a really annoying voice.
That's true. More on that later. Krill comes down to the galley and tells everyone to report to the mess deck except for Ryback. Busey gives Ryback the rollicking of his life.
Yeah, is there a character called Cue Ball?
There is.
But
is he a bald white guy? A cue ball?
That's what you would assume. Instead, he's a black man.
Black ball.
They're not allowed to call him that 8-ball. Not allowed to call him
8-ball would have been better.
8-ball,
Yeah,
perhaps.
8-ball's
But no,
good.
they called him Cue Ball. I'm guessing it's an ironic nickname for him.
Or like Snowball in Full Metal Jacket.
Maybe.
Yeah.
film.
But yeah, and this is the second best use of the song I've Got the Power by Snap.
I've written it fucking down. I was going to give a big entrance for you, Ken. There's a film that uses...
Picture the scene.
Picture the scene, Tom. There's a film that uses I've Got the Power in the best way I've ever seen, and that was thanks to Ken for showing it me. What was the name of the film, Ken?
The Perfect Weapon. It's Jeff Speakman.
Yeah.
Not widely known, Jeff Speakman. Came in, did a few films, fucked off.
Yeah.
But
just like you on this podcast.
Thanks.
Yeah, but he had a bigger impact. And people liked him more.
So, just to clarify, I am getting paid for this.
Not a fucking chance.
We don't fucking get paid for this, so you on.
And And he does a martial arts workout montage to I've Got the Power by Snap, and it's fucking amazing.
It's so fucking good.
It really is. And this film uses the same song for a different, and where they all just dancing around in the kitchen. Not sure why, but they are. And then until some ginger geezer comes in, ruins the atmosphere, turns the music off, and in comes bloody Krill.
Yeah.
Calls Seagal Petty Officer Ryback, bringing him right back down to rank, and spits
in the bouillabaisse.
Spits in the soup.
That's absolutely disgusting, isn't it? Because that's for everyone, including Krill.
Yeah. Makes no sense, really.
Spitting in his own dinner, the idiot.
Yeah.
This little fucking ginger guy. He says, "Oh yeah, you've only got a week left." And he says, "Oh, that's a shame. I guess I won't get to see you through puberty." Oh, he's right back at him. It's, honestly, Ryback. He's
right back at him.
He's razor sharp, isn't he? And he says, "Anyway, we don't need the food," which I guess is why he spits in it. He says, "We don't need the fucking food anyway because we're getting the catering flown right in."
Yeah.
And he says nobody cooks for the captain except me, you fuck.
That would have surely that would have rang alarm bells. Like, well,
it did. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, not happy with it. Not happy at all.
It provokes a brawl in the galley, and he fucking ends up punching Krill in the face because of it. He says, what does he say? He's like, don't assault a superior
shit
officer.
On my dick.
Don't spit in my cunt.
Yeah. Stop pissing on my shit.
Yeah, something like that. But they can't put him in the brig without clearance from the captain, so they end up putting him in the meat locker.
I remember he called him a very controversial word.
What did he call him?
The F word for a homosexual man that was used for hate speech.
Flange tickler.
Faggot.
What's that mean?
The faggot.
What?
You can't say that.
That's
fucking
what
hell,
you said.
Tom.
Sorry about that. Tom's going to release a press statement apologising.
We've enrolled him on a course of awareness, and hopefully he'll get better. That's on him. It's not on you, listeners. It's not on me or Dom. It's on Tom. Tom alone.
We're curious by nature, me and Ken. We were just wanting to know what was going on. We didn't know he'd come out with that.
We just weren't sure what he meant. I mean, I said flange eater or whatever it was.
Well, that's fine.
But I thought that's what he meant, but it wasn't. It was something far worse.
Krill places a dim-witted Marine called Private Nash on guard to prevent Ryback from escaping, telling him to shoot him in the head if he tries to leave. Meanwhile, the helicopter, we got heavy metal music.
Yeah!
Fuck yeah! And the helicopter lands. Everyone's whooping and hollering because Jordan Tate steps out. Except Tom, who's booing her for being ugly.
I never said that. I just said she wasn't my cup of tea.
What's your cup of tea, Tom?
Long hair.
Like Seagal.
I don't like short hair on females. I'm sorry.
She had longer hair in Baywatch.
Was she on Baywatch?
She was.
She might be fit.
Jesus Christ, man!
Oh, I've never seen her before.
So your first instinct...
My first instinct was she's just got a really annoying voice, and she did things in the movie that was just like, shut up, you're annoying.
If the first thing you've noticed about her is her voice, you're an idiot.
It's true, though, her voice is fucking annoying.
The first thing I noticed is, why don't we put women in cakes anymore? But
that is true. Why don't we put women in cakes anymore?
I think you still can. I think if it's consensual caking,
it's not the same.
You're allowed to.
It's not the same if it's consensual.
I know, you can't. I think hers was consensual. You can't, like, without consent, put a woman in a cake.
Yeah, what would that even include? A wicked witch.
What would that even include doing? Throwing her into a cake or building a cake around her without her consent?
Without her noticing.
How long's that fucking taking? Thought you were some sort of chef.
I bet your missus is laughing out loud hearing us refer to you as a chef.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Tommy Lee Jones, he's on the fucking plane with her as well, the helicopter. He's got a fucking bandana on, and he looks like he's never had more fun in a film in his fucking life.
He really does look like he's
looks
enjoying
like
himself.
He's a rock star.
Yeah, he does. You know what? These early Tommy Lee Jones, like Batman and Batman Forever, he's also the same. He's just insane in it.
I thought Batman Forever, Two-Face, and who he's playing in this movie, they're the same people.
And he's having a great time.
Yeah,
I actually
he's just
like
having
him.
fun.
It's like an unhinged... You never see Tommy Lee Jones like this in any film. Anyway, Tommy Lee, he's in a band. Krill tells Jordan to go get dressed and that he has a cake that will be ready soon for her to get into. She says she's sick from the fly-in. He gives her some pills. See you later, Jordan. We'll see you in about 35 minutes.
Ryback, meanwhile, he's shouting at this fucking rookie officer. And he's shouting, "Go get my pies out of the oven!" Which I'd imagine Seagal shouts a lot at home.
Nowadays, yeah.
These days, just sitting at home in Russia, just shouting, "Go get my pies out of the oven!" at whoever fucking walks past.
He calls him an E1 prick.
Although, to be honest, his job is basically to shoot him in the face, which seems a bit harsh. He also says that he's an extreme psychopath and he hates America.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Would you even be letting him in the Navy?
Probably not,
If these were all on his record that Krill has suggested.
Tommy Lee Jones's band, Ken, what's it called?
It is called the Bail Jumpers.
Bad Billy and the Bail Jumpers.
Yeah.
And they get to start the show.
Do you know what I like about when we find out that this is all a plot? I like the fact that Tommy Lee Jones has employed terrorists who can all play instruments in a musical band.
Yeah, and the singer that can actually sing properly as well.
I love that they weren't actually searched for weapons.
Of course they weren't. They're bloody musicians.
Yeah, on a private, like, USS Missouri high fucking...
They're musicians. Why would you search them? You think that them not being searched is more ridiculous than them all being able to play musical instruments in a fucking blues band and terrorism.
But I also think, like, you should be searched even before you get on the fucking helicopter, to be honest. But anyway...
Oh, right, okay, well, I was just focusing on the fact that they're all very talented musician terrorists.
The servers in grey jackets, they're just walking all about the ship with hors d'oeuvres. And then Bad Billy introduces Miss July 1989. Whoa, wait a minute, Tom. That's not Miss July. Who's this buxom beauty?
Gary Busey looking fine as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. Now we found Tom's niche.
You fucking got that right. He's doing a sultry dance.
He is looking sexy, isn't he? He's looking very sexy at this point.
Can you imagine the XO on a fucking warship is turning up and gyrating his tits in your face?
Yeah, I can.
He's the second in the command of a Navy vessel, Tom.
I had the same thing on
He's a man of the people.
Our last team building exercise with our directors of the company.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they were doing that to us.
What?
Gyrating in your face?
Yeah, all dressed in drag.
Were they?
Yeah.
What did you say? Gary Busey, I presume.
I said, thank you, Gary Busey.
But shouted it into the air.
And they said, no worries, Guvnor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call you the Guvnor at work.
That's
of course
pretty
they fucking do.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
To be fair, we did when we worked with him.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
I don't know what you
told them to.
I don't know what you like at work.
I told them to. I'm like this. Very fucking angry.
I can understand that.
Yeah. I said, you will call me the Guvnor or I will not fucking take this job. And they were like, shit. I do apologise. I was like, do apologise what? Do apologise, Guvnor. I said, fucking hell, right, I'll come and work for you.
Anyway, Krill, off to visit the captain because nothing's going to excite the captain more than seeing Commander Krill dressed in fucking drag.
Tom, I've seen Gary Busey dressed in drag in more than one occasion.
Have you? Please go on.
In a different film, I've seen him dressed in drag.
Oh, yeah?
It was called Diary of a Serial Killer.
Yes, I've seen it.
Starring Arnold Vosloo.
The Mummy.
From The Mummy for Tom and from Hard Target for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Who likes these kind of films. He's the one who said, Randall. I love that. You wake up, you fat fuck.
You fat fuck.
I fucking love that. But in that film, Gary Busey plays an investigative journalist or private, I can't remember.
Private dick.
But he dresses as a woman to try and get some leads on a case.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he just liked it.
And a man Goes to chat him up.
Yeah.
A man sees him at the bar and thinks that woman's fit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go chat him up straight away.
It's Gary Busey dressed as a fucking woman.
Basically, Gary Busey as he looks in this.
As a woman.
And because, you know, the rules of cinema dictates that whenever a man dresses as a woman, another man has to go up and chat him up.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
And then either the bloke who's dressed up goes, oh, jeez, no way. Or the other one goes, Gulp, and they find out that it's a bloke. Yeah. And so it's happened more than once. I've seen a film where Sylvester Stallone dresses as a woman, and the same thing happens to him.
I don't think I like Sylvester Stallone. I don't
As
think
a
I've seen
woman?
that movie. No, I don't think I've seen the movie of him dressed as a woman.
I've seen a film where Wesley Snipes dresses as a woman.
Isn't that what
You guys are watching weird films.
And Patrick Swayze.
So they're all dressed as women in that.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's not as unusual if they're all dressed as women.
Yeah. Tom fucking Jones over here. Anyway, he goes up to surprise the captain. Meanwhile, Tommy Lee Jones is rapping.
Yes,
He
why
starts
not?
rapping, Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Because he can.
Welcome to the revolution!
This party will make naval history. And one day want everyone here.
Where the very left that left just had to go. It followed the stool.
Maybe Krillin's such an asshole after all.
That's great, Harry. You better go get your old man, darling. He's waiting on you now. All right. Oh, Miss July.
Tommy Lee Jones, he stops the songs and he asks, who's the highest ranking officer in the room? And the guy's like, that's me. I'm Commander Green, third in command.
This is it's like a fucking Blues Brothers concert going on at the moment, isn't it? Everyone's just like, everybody.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's what they look like. It's brilliant. Everyone's having a right old laugh.
They're having a good time.
I fucking wish I was there.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Commander Green, says Tommy Lee Jones, and then he shoots him in the head.
Oh.
And then all the hors d'oeuvre servers, the caterers, they pull guns out.
Where have they got them? Under the trays?
I don't know. Tom
They
seems
obviously
to know.
weren't searched.
Yeah, if Tom was in charge of security, this would have never happened.
You would
Tom and his
search.
security protocol.
It's a
If Tom had his way, we'd never have an action film because everything would be closed down.
everything would be
Do you know,
properly security'd
So
up.
there'd be me and Tom, and Tom's doing one queue up to get on the chopper. I'm doing the other queue. Tom's just saying, searching people, seeing if they've got weapons, and I'm there saying, can you actually play guitar? And they can. I think, well, on you go.
And then Ken gets
and
everyone
why else would you be here?
And
Ken
that's how
gets
they've all
everyone
got on.
killed.
Yeah, and that's how they've all got on the fucking plane.
Yeah.
Or the chopper, because I'm saying, well, no, you can play guitar on you get.
No.
No searching necessary. You have talent. Please go on.
And if you'd done it the proper way, whereas you searched everyone and Ken just searched Miss July 89 for 3 hours, then
I'd have gladly done it.
To be fair, I'd have let him off with that. I'd have been okay, I get it.
Krill has to take off his wig when he heads inside the captain's office. There's a guard at the door.
Yeah, it says, remove that wig.
The captain sees him and says, what the fuck's going on here, Krill? Krill tells him that the party's just beginning and draws a gun out from the wig and kills the captain.
He's fucking dead.
The server that came with him, he's called Dormer. He's played by Colm Meaney, who was in Con Air, Layer Cake, Die Hard 2, Last of the Mohicans.
Colm Meaney has not changed the way he looks from this film till now.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones has got a little bit more, lines on his
Less
face,
hair.
which, to be honest, he had a lot then.
Yeah,
To
bit
be
less
fair,
hair.
no idea how old Tommy Lee Jones is.
Seagal's
but-
put 20 stone on.
Yeah, but Colm Meaney looks
Looks the
exactly
same.
the fucking same now.
Colm Meaney was Charlie's dad in Always Sunny when they go to Ireland.
Oh, I know him from loads of different shit. From
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he's in a lot. He's in a lot. So he's the server that comes up with him. The guard at the door hears the
captain's
gunshot.
fucking dead.
He hears the gunshot, comes in, and Colm Meaney shoots and kills the guard. So he's in on it as well. His name's Dharma. And there we go. Mother Goose, the quail's in the nest.
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes ahead of schedule. Damn, I'm good.
That's how it goes.
The lad they've got guarding Ryback is a bloody idiot, is my next note.
He is.
He mistakes gunfire for music or poppers.
Yeah, party poppers.
And he refuses to budge. He checks. He doesn't want to check anything. Just do anything other than stand by the door. Basically, he's been pushing too many pencils. That lad. is my note.
Yeah, that's what happens, though, isn't it, when you're in the military?
He just sticks to orders rather than common sense. Is this Seagal's way of bringing up
Yes, it is.
this debate?
Yes,
of
it is, yeah.
Soldiers being overly trained to follow orders.
Programmed.
They're marching everyone from the ship out from where they're stationed in a line, and then one guy tries to fight back.
Idiot.
Against a massive black guy called Shadow.
Yeah, what you would do...
Is that what his name is?
Shadow, yeah. Once that guy attacks Shadow, Shadow beats him to the fucking ground and kills him. And then Tommy Lee Jones appears, shoots the guy that's standing next to the guy who just got shot, and he says that if any of the hostages fight back, they'll be killed as well as the man next to you.
That's a great threat, by the way.
It is a good threat.
Solid.
I think in terms of threats, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because, you wouldn't want, therefore...
You can't be like, go for it.
Yeah,
kind
the
of thing.
person next to you also doesn't want you to fucking do anything. So that just travels all the way down the line. Superb threat. Well done. Well done, Tommy Lee Jones.
The ship's company are imprisoned below decks in the forecastle. The doors being welded shut with a blowtorch. Krill's in the captain's office when Tommy Lee Jones walks in. Krill's snooping through the captain's desk and finds a letter from the captain recommending that Krill be given a psychological evaluation before his next assignment because Krill's become increasingly hostile towards the crew. Do I look like I need psychological evaluation? He asks.
Great line.
Yes.
Whilst he's in
Is
drag.
the correct answer.
Yeah. Whilst he's all there in drag without his wig. Great fucking quote.
Krill heads to the bridge, takes it over, setting a new course. They hack into the systems using a little nerd called Ken B. Wild. Here he is, little Kenneth.
Mr. Pitt.
And they take over the weapon systems. He gets changed as well, by the way. He's not constantly in drag now, thankfully, for the rest of the film.
Me?
No, you are in drag.
Wish.
Yeah, Krill.
You wish Ken was in drag, yeah.
Please, Tom. Later.
Tommy Lee Jones, he promotes Commander Krill to captain, and Krill does a little dance.
Well, why not?
Ryback gets Nash to finally call the bridge to find out what's going on. Krill answers, and then he's like, oh, fuck, I forgot about Ryback.
Yeah, he says he's in the kitchen. He's like, the kitchen? Well, he's got access to the whole goddamn ship.
Yeah.
He's like, of course he has. It's Steven Seagal. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
It's like, if that was the one place you knew had access to everything in the ship, why wouldn't you close that down as
That's
well?
where you lock down straight away, not some rookie wet behind the ears fuck.
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones says Ryback's name. He says Ryback, as if he already knows it. But maybe he doesn't, or maybe he does. Who knows? Crow describes him as a cook. A pain-in-the-ass cook.
What kind of cook? A cook or a cook?
Like the ones that like watching their wives have sex with other people.
No, C-U-C-K cook.
Yeah.
No, that's a different cook.
Oh. That's what I thought he was. I'm a cook, plain and simple, he says.
No. No, people, no.
He takes the phone and has to speak to Nash, telling him that he's glad he called. He's going to send someone to relieve him. Is he going to wank him off?
Is that even a fucking thing anymore, the cook? Why do you two know what that means?
A cook?
Yeah.
Everyone
What
knows
a
a
cook
cook.
is. Everyone knows what a cook is.
Why?
Because it's very common nowadays.
It's mostly used as an insult, I think.
Yeah,
now.
I think so, yeah.
It's like,
It's
oh,
not-
you're a fucking cook.
Yeah, it's not something to be
ha, ha, ha.
proud of.
No, you don't want to be a cook.
No.
What about a chef? No, but why is that? Surely that was like a Shakespearean term, wasn't it? Short for cuckold.
Yeah, yeah. That's where it's
That's
from.
still what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know it still means that, but why is it now back in fucking fashion
Because-
to know what it means?
It's like a fetish thing.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Tommy Lee Jones, Jay, sending someone to wank him off anyway. I thought, is it Tom Ellis? Nash mentioned,
I mean, there's no setup for that.
I'm going to send Tom Ellis to wank you off. And Nash is like, okay.
Tom's on his way to relieve you. In the best kind of way.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Seagal tells Nash he has shit for brains.
Oh.
And he knows...
I have shit for brains, Nash. Is that what he says?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no.
No, sorry, you do.
And he says that they know they brainwashed him in boot camp, but sometimes you've just got to question authority.
Seagal through and through.
Anyway, Nash is quickly taken hostage and shot dead, is my note.
Well done, Nash. At ease, soldier.
They open the fridge and start shooting. Ryback was hiding in the ceiling, jumps down, takes them both out, locks them in.
Seagal in the vents.
Yeah.
Imagine that these days.
How tall is Seagal? 6'6"?
He's not that big. He's not fucking
6'4".
Hulk Hogan, is he? Yeah, he's about 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big vent, though, isn't it?
It's like 2 inches difference. No, you fucking idiot.
It's a big difference.
Yeah. Ryback checks the pulse of Nash to make sure he's dead, or he was going to shoot him himself, as he promised earlier.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
The two terrorists, they fucking shoot their way out the fridge, but Ryback, he's turned the lights off.
Lights out.
And he manages to get his cuffs off as well.
You know what I wrote then? I wrote, lights out, pies by night. Because his pies are ready.
He takes his chef's whites off, so he's down just to his green vest.
A little vest on, hasn't he? Yeah, muscle vest.
And his bare ass. Nothing on but his vest now. It's like Winnie the Pooh. He makes himself a little microwave bomb using liquid.
We've all done that, though, haven't we? Accidentally. Just
Accidentally.
putting stuff in the microwave and it ended up just like fucking blowing up. And you're just like,
A potato.
Shit. Potatoes, anyone?
Dharma on the bridge is told by Kenby Wilde there's an F-18 coming towards them to check the ship out. F-18 is like a fighter jet. If you'd have watched Top Gun, Tom, you'd fucking know
I know
that.
what an F-18 is.
All
You'll
right.
never be the Top Gun. You're just a maverick. Don't you see? You're a maverick. You'll never be the Top Gun. That's what he's shouting.
Ryback finds the captain and covers his body, and he blinks and stares at him a moment, so you know this has hit him hard.
This is very, very poor.
KBW activates the weapon system and blows the F-15 out the sky. Welcome to the revolution, says Krill.
Thanks.
And the bad guys all have a toast. Meanwhile, at the Pentagon, we're entering the war room, like a fucking Doctor Strangelove, and we're introduced to Mr. Tom Breaker.
Yeah, it's Breaker.
He's having a chat with what looks to be the heads of all the military. We hear Bad Billy's voice over the speakers telling us that if any more military ships or aircrafts come within 100 miles of the Missouri, he will kill everyone on board and make use of everything in the ship's arsenal. Breaker asks Bill what's going on. Bill says he has 32 Tomahawks on board, and all Breaker can do about it is alert the media. And he proves he can launch the missiles after reading out the launch codes. We find out that Bad Bill isn't actually his name.
What?
His name is William Stranix.
Stranix.
It's a great name.
It is a
That's a
fantastic name.
Yeah. He's ex-CIA and he's worked under Breaker previously under Operation Cleopatra.
Incidentally, Tom, if you're not a big action movie fan, the names of characters in action movies
I do like action.
fucking superb.
I like action movies, but
Yeah,
it's just
but
more...
if you ever like, if you delve into them, like for a reason, the title of each person, their character name is fucking brilliant, and that's how you can rest on if they're important or not. You got somebody called Stranix, perfect. Like Ryback, Casey Ryback, William Stranix, and then you get other people that you
Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll never survive. Okay. Unless you were like back in the 80s and you've got no money. But yeah, but you've got no money to invest in people to give characters good names. But yeah, Stranix is a great villain's name.
It sounds like a good name.
It's not. The thing is, Stranix, I don't even think you could put them as a good guy.
No.
Not with a name like Stranix.
No.
Like in Commando, he's called John Matrix.
Matrix, yeah.
That's a good guy's name.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to get a bad guy called Matrix. It's one of those, you see, it's a fine line, but action films, they do it so well.
Well, Stranix is ex-CIA and he'd worked under Breaker previously, under Operation Cleopatra, an operation that Breaker cancelled and tried to cancel Stranix along with it.
Oh, shit. This is a simple revenge mission then.
Apparently Stranix killed them and sent their body parts in the mail back to Breaker.
Well, he didn't say shit.
Yeah. Then there's something about Stranix wanting it to still be the 60s. He's like an old hippie, isn't he, basically?
Aren't we all?
And Breaker tells him to forget about it. The movement's dead.
Look, Bill, if this is about reliving the 60s, you can forget about it, buddy. The movement is dead.
Yes, of course, hence the name. Movement, it moves a certain distance, then it stops, you see? A revolution gets its name by always coming back around in your face. You tried to kill me, you son of a bitch. So welcome to the revolution. There's more to follow. I'll stay in touch.
He cuts the Pentagon off and KBW tells Stranix he has a harpoon ready to go. And Stranix tells him to fire it, and they end up blowing up a satellite relay station. And the Pentagon, they decide they're going to have to wake up the president.
Was it a harpoon?
Yeah.
So it was a missile.
He says harpoon. The harpoon's ready to go.
Maybe you just said that because he's an idiot.
Well,
Is
it's
it me
you
that says it? Yeah, there you go. I don't know shit about dick.
You don't know dick about fuck.
I don't know fuck about cunt.
Ryback.
See how that goes, Tom. Basically, we don't know nothing.
Ryback's having a wander around the ship, gets to where the party started, and he sees all the corpses. He kicks the massive cake out of the way because he's going to look in one of the rooms, and as he does, up shoot Miss July 1989 Gary Busey.
Yeah!
Woo!
Awesome show.
Yeah. No, of course not. It's Erica Releniak, Jordan Tate.
Oh, yeah.
She's in a Navy stripper outfit, and in 40 minutes in, we get tits.
Beautiful.
This film, the VHS, when it was on VHS rental, they continually had to get new copies in because the tapes were destroyed.
I paused it.
At the point of this scene in the film.
I watched this on Disney Plus, and I did not see boobage. I saw bottom, but she was wearing a blazer that was covering the...
She takes
she
that
didn't
off.
open that out.
No mammaries.
No, she takes that off.
That's
the whole point of watching this, to be honest.
That, listeners, is the censorship of streaming.
Yeah.
You have no control over it.
She had the black blazer on, but she didn't open it up or nothing.
She does, yeah. Unbelievable. No wonder you didn't like her then.
No, I've got the...
If I didn't see her boobs, I wouldn't have liked her.
I've got the DVD, and love every second of that.
Most replaced video cassette because of the amount that were worn out by constantly being rewound and replayed.
When I went to watch it at the cinema, I got thrown out of the projection booth because I kept trying to get them to rewind it as well.
I thought you were going to see something very different.
Yeah, from wanking in the cinema.
I got thrown out of there because I was just put that back, just put it back on, put that bit back on. Yeah, and they said, "You fucking leave, you filthy child."
Pamela Anderson said in a 2018 interview that she was a contender for the role of Jordan Tate that went to Erica Releniak, but she said that she didn't get the part because she found herself in a casting couch scenario with Steven Seagal and spurned his advances. She said that he told her, if you don't do it, then that girl across the hall will do it and she'll get the job. Anderson told him to give it to her then and left. Eleniak then said that Seagal never acted inappropriately with her during casting or filming and joked that maybe he just wanted to sleep with Anderson.
So did I. I just wasn't in a position to...
Tom didn't like Pamela Anderson.
What
the fuck is wrong with you, Tom?
I've never said that ever to you.
Is it her hair was too boyish?
Shut the fuck up.
I prefer a boy with smaller tits. Is that what you said?
A boy?
Aha!
Yeah,
got
you
him.
admitted that.
We've got him!
Seagal, of course, sticks a machine gun in her face and tells her to shut the music off.
Yep.
Seagal's position on Erica Releniak's role as stripper Jordan Tate varied in different interviews. At the time of the release, he said that he was put off by it, saying that he disliked the idea of teaming up with a bimbo jumping out of a cake. Later on, he claimed that he was appeased by rewrites, which made the character of Jordan more intelligent. However, in later interviews, Seagal claimed that it was his own idea to have a stripper sidekick.
He's got no idea what he's ever done in his life, has he?
No, I couldn't imagine like him not wanting that though. Get the stripper cake thing out the way. If you take that scene out, she's fucking annoying in this film, isn't she?
Very.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that's the only scene she's worked. Like she could have been shot and killed as soon as she got out of the cake. Seagal could have killed her for all anyone cared. Because for the rest of the film, she just pisses and moans and is just stupid. And I didn't like
I believe when she gets out of that, she does like start fucking going on about nothing.
Yeah, she starts crying.
Does he actually say, what kind of babbling bullshit is this?
Yeah.
Or did I just write that down?
He does say that,
I
yeah.
thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so. I thought that was a bit too, on the nose for me to just have made up.
And this film kickstarts the Seagal with a funny sidekick trope that is prevalent for the next 20 years of his films.
Yeah, well, it's the same for most action films, though, wasn't it? Really?
I suppose so. He takes her into the office and asks who the fuck she is, and she tells him that Krill given her pills for air sickness. She passed out and woke up not too long ago. She says, "Who are you, some kind of special forces guy or something?" And he says, "No, I'm just a cook.
Just a cook.
Just a lowly cook," and then winks at the camera.
I'm just Steven fucking Seagal.
Back at the Pentagon, we're getting a rundown. The ship contains 40,000 rounds of 20mm Sea Whiz.
Oh, no.
Isn't that the American cheese in a can?
Yeah, but at that capacity, that could take out a small country.
Or one Steven Seagal now.
No, perhaps not. He could contain it.
15 Harpoon cruise missiles. Someone does ask what kind, and we do find out that 8 are nuclear tipped. 220 kilotons. You got Jordan banging on the door of the locker.
Oh, so annoying.
Yeah, this bit,
so
yeah, annoying. This bit you shoot her in the fucking head
it's
yourself.
like, do you not understand that if you make noise, you are going to die?
Yeah, because it says, "You hide in here, it's not safe, I'll come and get you when it's over," and she will not stop banging on the fucking locker. He ends up having to take her with him because she won't listen to him, and she gets dressed in fucking black.
On that locker, I don't know if you saw the sticker that was on the locker door.
No.
It said Navy. I thought, yeah, no fucking shit. If you ever get handing out stickers on a fucking naval ship, the one that says Navy, you don't really have to put that anywhere, do you? Yeah.
I like the thought of them handing out stickers on the ship.
I just thought, well, why the fuck?
Yeah.
Of course it's the Navy. It's on a battleship. Idiots.
Yeah.
Anyway, someone's taken the time to stick it on the locker.
He explains the ins and outs of a machine gun to her. She's got her hat on backwards, so she knows she means business.
Oh, yes, but she's got tits.
That's true.
And that's why she can have her
She
hat on
becomes
backwards.
such a proficient fucking gun wielder so fast.
Yeah.
Again,
Makes
because
no
of the
sense.
tits, I think. She has got tits, though, remember.
That's true.
Okay, if that's what
Women
it
can do
takes.
everything men can do, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because they've got massive, beautiful tits
I mean,
doesn't mean they
we've
can't
already
wield a
established
shotgun.
I apparently wasn't allowed to see them on Disney Plus, so
No, that's
Yeah,
fair enough.
so therefore you've missed out on all of her vital training.
Yeah.
We've seen her tits, so we know that she can wield automatic
you saw
weapons.
the song montage training that he did with her.
Yes.
Stranick says whoever did this is a professional.
Or has got massive tits.
This isn't the work of a cook.
Or a tit-wielding maniac out of a cake.
Tit-wielding maniac's a good name for a film. Krill says he got lucky.
Can you wield tits?
Yeah, of course you can.
I mean, she did.
She could.
To be honest, yeah, she wielded some tits. Tom, you'll never know, but we've fucking seen them.
She wielded them all right.
Oh, yes. She can wield them at me anytime.
They've gone down to the kitchens, and that's why he's saying this. And then the bomb goes off in the microwave that he put in.
Yeah. This is not the work of a cook. And these pies explode. That's the worst case scenario, isn't it? You've been in the kitchen and Seagal's pies blow up.
It's cream pied all over the place.
Yep, all over the whole fucking bad guys.
You ever cream pied all over someone?
No comment.
Stranick's asked to see the personnel file.
Interesting.
The personnel file of this cook. C-U-C-K. And he tells his men to scour the ship for him. We find out SEAL Team 5's getting sent in by the admirals.
Son of a bitch.
If they fail, no alternative but to launch an airstrike and destroy the Missouri.
Fucking hell.
Krill turns up to speak to Stranick and Dormer. He discovers that Ryback is really a chief petty officer and former Navy SEAL with extensive special weapons and counter-terrorism training.
Of course.
Isn't that always
Why
the fucking
wouldn't he
way?
be?
Yeah.
Oh, what are the chances of that?
I couldn't believe it.
No, I thought he would just be a cook.
I mean, throughout this whole movie, I've just assumed why the fuck
you've
does,
accepted his,
why
his
the fuck
cookery.
does his cook know how to do all of this shit?
You've accepted his
Yeah.
cookery is just a little bit better than most.
Yeah, and then
you
as soon
just
as they
thought,
said that,
well,
I was like,
that's
oh,
why.
okay, then now it makes sense.
Yeah, this cook's so good that the captain allows him to turn up in his pyjamas and not meet the
I
president.
did actually put that down. I was like, why is he just allowed to dress casual?
Yeah.
Well, this is why, Tom. This is why.
You get Jordan moaning again about carrying everything, so Ryback says, okay, I'll carry it all and you can kill whoever attacks us, which I liked. Nice, that's something I'd say to her. So, all right, then I'll carry everything.
That's something anyone would say to a moaning female.
Yeah, all right, I'll carry everything. You fucking kill people then, I guess. And she has two rules, it
Not
turns
just
out.
female, Tom. or child.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Let's have that in there.
Yeah.
She has 2 rules. She doesn't date musicians and she doesn't kill people.
Very 2 strange rules to go by in life.
If they're the only rules, she's got, fair game.
Yeah.
Hello, can we have some sex? I don't know.
No, not right now. Can we do in the fucking review?
Are you a musician? No. Will I have to kill you? No. Sorted. Easy pickings.
They call me the Guvnor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You've been hit by the Guvnor.
You got a theme tune now.
Ow! That's how I'd do it, yeah. But I'd leave. I'd moonwalk out of the room and I'd never get a chance to actually finish the job. I'd just be like, oh, fuck.
You moonwalk out, the front door shuts, you're like, oh, I've done it again.
Yeah, it's on a fucking catch, isn't it? The door. I can't get back in.
Hello, it's the Guvnor.
Moonwalks further away.
Yeah. Ended up fucking 3 blocks away, knocking on anyone's door. Yeah, it's a useless task. I'm not going to even bother. You're right. Thanks for that. I'll cross that out of my book.
We get a lot of Seagal sneaking around in the shadows, taking people out. Not on a date, Tom. Just like killing them, I mean. He gets lots of slow moving, attacking people from the darkness.
He sets up a telephone.
He does, yeah.
He sets up a phone and speaks to bloody
Bates.
HQ.
Yeah, Bates.
Speaks to the Admiral back at HQ.
What is it, MacGyver?
Oh, fucking Captain Birdseye himself, yeah.
Yeah, and he says, hey, oi, Birdseye, do you know somebody called Casey Ryback? And he says, yeah, I fucking do, yeah, and I wish I had him on this mission.
Yeah.
Anyway, why do you ask? That's incredibly specific to suddenly ask me in this situation. And he says, well, because...
No reason.
Yeah, because...
Just checking.
I'm the
Guvnor.
He's locked out. Someone's got to let him in.
Hello? Admiral. And he's like, because he's on the fucking phone right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, holy shit. And then we get more of a, who the fuck is this Ryback? And we get more. This is like the 3rd person that's told us how fucking badass Seagal is in this film.
There's a lot of
Usually
people.
there's just one. This film, we're on our 3rd person already. And they fucking love him.
Yeah. Breaker warns them that he may be working for the terrorist Ryback, so they decide not to tell him about the planned Sealer team attack.
That's unfortunate, isn't it? That the one person who's controlling it all thinks, actually, no, maybe not.
He tells them that they are manufacturing some sort of railing system to allow them to offload the Tomahawks and that the Exo Krill is in cahoots with them. Bates tells him to get back to them in half an hour and to coordinate his efforts with them and to keep cool and wait for the strike team. Jordan, who's listening in, says, you're not a cook. And he says, yeah, well, I also cook. Then he winks at the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was originally a Navy SEAL, but he was relegated for striking his superior officer who had been responsible for his men being killed in a botched commando mission during the United States invasion of Panama.
It's all moralistic, isn't it? He's got the upper hand there, hasn't he, on the moral table. He's got the ethics. He's got everything that's right.
He's never in the wrong.
Yeah, he's got everything that's right, and he's punished for doing right.
Yeah. As a result, he had lost his security clearance and is only able to serve at the rank of yeoman or cook.
Or just fuck off.
Yeah, he clearly hates admin, so he's gone for cook.
Don't we all?
Jordan and Ryback on the ship, they make it above deck, and Ryback heads to the helicopter that Jordan turned up on. He puts paint thinner all over the fucking place.
Mm-hmm. Which he stabs rather violently.
Yeah, you don't just pour it when you're in an action film. You've got to stab it and pour it out like that. Then he just balances a grenade underneath it.
How many grenades does this man have?
Lots. You need them when you're a cook.
He's got so many grenades in this movie.
He also cooks.
Yeah.
That's where you need them. Barbecues. Instant barbecue, isn't it? You attach a steak to a grenade, explode it.
Yeah.
Boom! Steak.
Yeah. Spend half an hour trying to find it.
Steak on a plate.
Yeah.
If you're skilled, you can throw it in the air, and as it explodes, it cooks and lands bang right on your plate in front of
Perfectly,
you.
like a tubby toast from Teletubbies.
I think Tubby Toast is Steven Seagal's name in his new film, I think.
Coma Toast. Yeah.
Yeah, he puts a grenade underneath. He makes terrorists shoot at him. They end up hitting the grenade and he blows the chopper up.
That's him dead as well, surely.
No, Ken.
But wait.
I don't know if you've ever seen Die Hard, because something very similar happens.
Yes.
He jumps off the side of the ship, but he uses a rope to hang on. In Die Hard.
And it doesn't dislocate any of his hips or whatever.
Of course not. Of course not.
It's just fine.
I dislocated 3 of my hips just watching it, so I know what you mean.
They do call this film Die Hard at Sea, don't they? It's like a classic Die Hard.
Die Hard on a
ripoff.
boat.
Yeah. What did you think? There's a lot of similarities between this and 'cause he's a bit of flippant.
Yeah.
Bit flippant, isn't
yeah,
he?
that's basically that they got this out there, as you said, so they could have to remake Die Hard 3. They had to rewrite the whole fucking thing.
Die
because
Hard,
this was going to be Die Hard 3.
Like, literally was so popular that every action film at the time wanted to be Die Hard, didn't they? So they're thinking of different versions of that film. You would say that John McClane is more vulnerable, whereas Seagal is impenetrable. Like, he never shows weakness in any of his films, really. And whereas John McClane doesn't he? Like, he's always like, oh fuck, oh shit.
He's the everyman, isn't he? He's the everyman hero.
He's the average Joe.
Yeah, whereas Seagal, I think, would fucking hate to be depicted as an everyman, average Joe.
He's a fucking multi-skilled killing machine.
Yeah.
Who also cooks.
Jordan's captured.
Shock.
Oh well, at least she tried.
Ryback to the rescue, though, Ken. Don't be too worried. I was worried for about 15 seconds.
I thought she was alright with that backwards cap she had on for stealth.
No, 15 seconds later, Ryback jumps in and saves her. He booby traps the door so that when they lift the latch from the other side, it blows up.
Let me guess. With a grenade.
Yes, of course.
Yes, another grenade.
No, Tom, with a flambe.
This man has too many grenades in this movie.
Too many grenades spoil the
door.
Yeah. Yes, that's true, yes.
Yeah, he's not going to fucking booby trap it with a quiche, is he?
He's a cook.
Let's have a severe egg allergy.
Yeah, he's like, I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh my god.
No, not the quiche.
To keep the missile theft plan in place, Krill decides to activate the fire sprinklers in the forecastle.
I think that is a good plan.
It is a good plan.
Because it will force him to have to work faster.
It's the plan of a fucking psychopathic
it's
maniac.
It's a good plan.
It is a good plan.
Because the faster you have to work, the more mistakes you'll make. That's how I think.
Leaving the crew members to drown in the forecastle and knowing that Ryback's going to have to come and save him, so he's going to be on his own. Stranix calls him a maniac for drowning his own crew, and he said, yeah, well, they never liked me anyway. All my fake tits.
I like his response to that, actually. He says, oh, I bet they fucking love you now.
Yeah.
That was Cole Meany, I believe. He throws that one in.
He's not even on camera, so you get the feeling that's an ad-lib.
I just really like that, yeah. I bet they fucking love you now. Just going to kill them all.
Ryback locates a group of sailors in hiding as they use Morse code.
Yep.
He debriefs them. Give me your pants.
Give me those briefs immediately.
And then gets them to tag along to help.
I like the fact that one guy who they free immediately starts to perv over whatever her name is.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, yeah. Which is fair enough. Immediately tries to have some sex with her.
Yeah.
Turns out he's an absolute fucking useless twat, but at least he tries.
Yeah, why not?
You've got to have a go, haven't you?
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah. Tom's a useless twat.
Thank
He's
you.
married.
Yeah.
2 kids, at least twice.
2 kids twice. Whatever that fucking means.
4 kids.
Yeah.
I said 2 kids at least twice.
At least. Oh.
So.
What does that mean?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Messing with the electrics, we find out it will disable the ship's weapon systems in 30 minutes.
I like as
Just from opening a panel and messing about a little bit.
Well, usually you just get thrown into it, don't you?
Yeah.
And you short circuit the world.
Yeah. Krill gets on the tannoy and tells Ryback about the drowning crew in the forecastle. Ryback sets out to save them with the help of his newfound buddies. They're going to launch a counter-strike that they won't expect, and Jordan says that I'm coming with you.
It's
fucking hell. We actually literally don't need you at all now. There's lots of explosions, gunfire, someone cuts the lights, Stranix and Krill drop the anchor, I've written.
I like when he runs through the hallway, cross-handed with the guns.
Yeah, cross-handed. Yeah, there's no way that's accurate.
I like it.
Just machine guns across. Fucking hell. Yeah, like the guy in front of him is totally fine because he's shooting in a small alleyway, he's shooting into the walls. Jordan gets on the headset to talk to Admiral Bates as he's doing this. He asks for Ryback, and she says, he's in a gunfight right now. I'm going to have to take a message. Bates says that you ignored his order of lying low, and he says, you can court-martial me if I live, sir, which I quite liked. That was funny.
That was a good line.
Bates tells him SEAL Team 5 are en route. He authorises Ryback to do whatever he can to aid in the arrival of the SEAL Team.
He says, if I can't control you, I'd best goddamn support you.
I'm going to make love to you. Over the tannoy.
I want to know what love is. He's like, not now, Admiral.
I want to kiss you all over and over and again.
Yeah, it's a long scene and perhaps unnecessary.
Yeah.
But, you know, you watched it on Disney, it's probably cut from
that. Was cut, that bit, yeah. Seagal ends up running up the corridor with the old cross-armed machine gun firing.
Brilliant.
For some reason, Jordan decides to run after him. She says the safest place on the ship is right behind him.
That's because he's massive.
Yeah.
It'd be the same if it was inside a fridge, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but she'd have just banged on the fucking door anyway.
Well, that's true.
You can bang my door anytime. Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's the governor. It means whatever you want it to be.
She knows. I follow her on Instagram.
Oh.
That's
Erica.
such a creepy way of saying it then.
Especially with the eye contact. We get a nice death.
Thank you.
With a metal railing getting
metal
girder.
The steel beam going through the chest.
A good death.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
And then we also get a nice knife kill when he attacks the steel workers. How quick he is with the knife. It's fucking impressive. People give Seagal a load of shit for his later ones, but in this kind of era, seeing him with the knife and how quick and his strikes and stuff is fucking crazy, isn't it? How quick he is. The SEAL team there, they turn up in the chopper. Ken tells Stranix that choppers are turning up. Stranix tells Ken to kill them, but the systems are fucked and the whole thing's dead. We're sitting ducks.
I've lost the weapons. That's what I say.
And that's when a submarine turns up. It's the North Korean submarine that we heard about earlier that Breaker said that he sank. No, he just commandeered it. And they see the helicopter turning up, so they shoot a fucking rocket launcher towards it and blow the SEAL team up. Seagal and Jordan, they're watching it from the fucking deck, and Seagal's like, he almost fucking frowns, Seagal. He's so upset.
I think he does a bit.
Yeah.
I think he pulls an angry face, which is slightly...
He looks pissed off.
I think he furrows his brow slightly.
The Pentagon responds by ordering an airstrike that will sink the Missourian all aboard. All aboard?
That's it.
Seagal and Jordan, they're doing some DIY together. It looks like they're making a bomb or some shit.
It looked like it. Is he putting a condom on it?
Yeah.
Where's
it
he
is
got
a
that
condom.
from?
She's got one. Dormer spots him and the submarine crew start shooting into the water at him because he's jumped off
he's
the side.
away.
He's gone down the anchor and he's swimming. He's got a fucking twat hat on. You know,
he's in a frogman outfit.
Yeah, he's dressed as a frogman.
Dressed as full frogman.
Ryback manages to set off a bomb as a distraction, allowing him to get back onto the ship.
Some grappling hooks and all kinds of shit.
Dormer captures him and calls him incredible. Says it's a shame he's not working for them.
I think he says shame he's not cooking for us.
I think he says that's ridiculous.
I've fucking written that down.
I think it's working. It's not cooking.
He says cooking.
You are incredible. It's a shame you're not cooking me a hearty meal.
No, I think he's saying it because of the pretense that he's a cook.
I think it's working.
No, I don't think so. I think he's acknowledging.
I'm pretty sure he says I'm up, like you should be working for me kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, you're both wrong.
I mean, I'm Disney Plus,
fine.
so
it's fine.
They've changed the sound here.
It's absolutely fine for you both to be wrong. But I'm pretty sure he says cooking.
This is like Stone Cold when you thought he was eating pickles.
He fucking ate a pickle.
Instead of a cookie out of never mind. Okay, so he says, it's a shame that you're not cooking me a meal. He says. Then we hear a gunshot, and Dharma falls down dead because he's shot in the back by Jordan, who's a fucking gun expert now. And Ryback says to her, "Next thing I know, you'll be dating musicians." And he like smirks at her.
And she says, "Hang on, are you a musician?" He says, "Yeah, I am. Here's 2 of my albums."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, shit.
I can't have sex with you now."
Yeah. We find out that the explosion Ryback caused to the sub means that they can't submerge. And Krill's having to jump on there to fix it and go with the sub. And Stranik says, "I'm going to make Honolulu glow in the dark."
It's a good job that Commander Krill is some sort of now an expert on fixing submarines.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have thought that.
No.
But he can.
And they arrange to meet at another location. Casey gets patched up by Jordan as the sub heads off, and Krill's barking.
What was being a stripper, she's now also a medic.
Yep. Seagal points to the guns on the battleship, saying we still have ammo for them.
Look.
He does, actually.
Guns. We
still have ammo for them. And his team set about loading them up as quickly as possible.
Says, hang on, anyone here a gunner's mate? And the old bloke's just like, I was, remember I was introduced to you a bit ago as a gunner's mate. He's fucking hell.
What a small world.
Get on it, you fat old bastard.
It's one of Ken's films. Seagal, they start firing at the sub because Seagal's on the periscope giving him coordinates or some shit, whatever the fuck he's doing.
I don't know why he's doing that.
Is that what he's on?
Just right up and down. Alley up, alley down, alley up.
What's he doing? He is on the periscope, isn't he?
On the fucking periscope.
What's he doing?
He's just on the top of the submarine.
No, but he's looking through
he's looking through
so he's looking through the periscope.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not
He's on top of it.
He's not bouncing up and down on it, Ken. I mean, he's literally looking
He's being raised up and down. What a massive misuse of a periscope.
Lord have mercy.
Seagal standing on top of it. All right, okay. Okay, yeah, so he's using the periscope.
He's using it.
There we go.
Guiding the aim. Stranik standing on the deck. He's blown back once they shoot it once. Yeah, the first shot misses, to be fair. Krill jumps down the side.
It has to, doesn't it? For
suspense.
For the tension.
Krill jumps down the side of the sub trying to get it fixed so they can dive. Ryback guides them again, shoots a second time, and it's a direct hit. And Krill's inside and he's looking in the periscope himself.
Yeah, they do the last minute.
Yeah, he does. He looks at the camera like,
It's always good to go just before you explode.
Yeah, and the sub explodes and Krill's fucking dead, Ken.
Oh dear.
Stranik's gone mental now. He's talking about Muppets.
Yeah, he's having a total fucking meltdown.
He's had like a snap, hasn't he?
Yeah. He orders the remaining mercenaries, including Shadow and Ken, out of the control room as he launches 2 nuclear-tipped tomahawks towards Honolulu.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, at the Pentagon, they're tracking the tomahawks 24 minutes until they hit Honolulu, and the disarm codes are on the Missouri, so the only option they have is to scramble Air Force or Navy from Pearl Harbor to try and cut them off. Breaker quietly says to his mate that they can just blame it on the cuck if they do hit Honolulu.
Yep, he says, absolutely. He says, what happens if it does hit? And he says, 1 million people are going to reach 1,000 degrees centigrade very quickly.
Oh, my God.
And he says, why don't you say that quicker? They'll die, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Shadow is next to die. He gets shot from distance by Ryback as he's patrolling the deck. Tuco, he saves Jordan from getting shot by KBW.
Yeah, well, I tried.
And Tuco fires back at him and kills Ken.
Oh, well. I had a good innings, you know.
You did all right, to be fair.
For a fucking computer geek, I did all right.
They always look the same back in those days as well.
Yeah, it's like him. We did one film recently called Angel Town, and I flippantly called these 2 characters Dom and Ken, not realising that they're in the whole fucking film.
Yeah, they were quite prominent people. Not just the throwaway people who appear every now and then.
Which is what we usually do. We cast ourselves as it kind of vaguely look like us, and that we didn't realise they were in the whole fucking film. Anyway, yes, Ken's dead. Sorry, Ken.
That's fine.
As the sailors recapture the ship, they kill the last of Stranix's men. Ryback gets his way into the control room.
Yes.
And he's caught off guard by Stranix.
Jesus Christ.
And that's when they realise that they know each other.
Huh?
It's been a long time. And that's all the backstory we get.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Hey, I know you.
I was really confused at that point because have I missed something?
Yeah,
like...
do you reckon there was like
Did you
something
miss
cut?
Under Siege, the prequel?
Zero.
Well, yeah.
Over Siege.
I said that to Tom. I was like, they made it because I found out after I watched it they made an Under Siege 2.
No, it turns out that Steven Seagal has history with every military terrorist ever.
Oh,
and you
okay.
just accept that it carries on throughout any film he ever made.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to know who he is.
And he can beat all of them up as well.
Of course he can.
Of course he can.
I'm just making sure.
Of course he can.
What about the Guvnor?
No.
He ain't fucking even trying. He knows that.
Ryback is disgusted by Stranix's excuse for his behaviour, and he says, "You really think blowing up a bunch of innocent people is going to change things?" And Ryback says that both of them were disillusioned puppets and were essentially used by their governments, but Stranix says that Ryback still believes in his country, whereas he does not.
Is this? It's got to be Seagal fucking making this shit up, isn't it?
100%. Yeah.
About we serve the same master.
Yeah, puppets.
Yeah,
And
only you are still disillusioned. Yeah, he does this. This is Seagal.
from now
fucking
on, yeah.
base level Seagal. Always talking about shadow agents in the government, leading them to do whatever they want for the better of the company, and him being the only one who can stand up to it and being the shining beacon of hope in the murky
That everyone needs.
in the murky world of terrorism and counter-terrorism. He's the only one with fucking morals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryback and Stranix, they engage in a knife fight.
Yeah, and there's only one way. Only one way to sort it out is a knife fight.
This knife fight is brilliant.
Yeah,
it is
That's all I
fucking
can
good.
say. I mean, it's just them flailing their arms about with knife sounds.
Yeah, because of the way it's shot, it looks very much just like Slappy Hands. I think if the director had pulled it back and just let them have the fight, maybe it's probably more to protect the fact that Tommy Lee Jones can't do the fucking stunt more than obviously Seagal. But with how close it is in the cuts, it does very much just look like Slappy Hands nonsense, to be fair.
Slappy hand nonsense with a knife
Yeah.
is a dangerous nonsense.
That's true.
And I'd like to point that out to the listeners.
Thank you, Ken.
No problem.
Ryback, he ends up killing Stranix
course
with the
he does.
most kind of, it's almost understated kind of.
It is. Although, I mean, in fairness, he was provoked because Stranix cuts a little mark in his eyebrow.
Yeah.
Which he really doesn't like.
No.
So he's got no choice with what follows.
How dare you ruin my face?
He gouges one of his eyes out, stabs him in the top of his head, and then smashes him through a computer monitor.
I thought the stab in the top of the... That looked good.
That was good.
I thought that was good.
I can't believe, right, that in Disney's eyes,
Yeah.
that you are allowed to see, you're allowed to see an eye gouge, somebody being stabbed in the head, smashed through a screen.
This is what I thought when I was
Yet
like...
you are not allowed to see tits
Yeah.
that you know full well exist.
That's why when
that's
YouTube
crazy,
when
right?
YouTube mentioned the boobage, I was like, I didn't see no boobage. Whoa.
That is crazy, though, Ken, right?
It's fucking mental.
I'll have
And
to
it's
go-
pronounced boobage.
Yeah.
If you want to
I'll have
sound
to
a
go on
little bit
YouTube later just
intellectual.
to have a look.
Actually, it's pronounced Boobage.
Boobage, yeah.
That is true, Ken. Very well put.
It's just fucking mental, isn't it?
That's
That's
scathing
okay.
commentary on
I mean,
censorship.
from what I remember, she popped out the cake, she was dancing, it started on the bum, and then as it went
As it
up,
so often
yeah,
does.
The bum?
the arse, and then as it went up,
Our international listeners will not have a clue what you're talking about.
as it went up, she just had her arms above her head. She was dancing, no boobage,
No.
no
Plenty
nipple.
of boobage
Lots of boobage.
in the original.
Yeah.
I feel like I got cheated there.
That's
You
probably
did.
France.
That's why.
Your wife's put the parental controls on, hasn't she?
Stabbings. She's ticked stabbings.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You better get used to them.
Boobage. No. X.
Bobbage.
X. No.
Bobbage.
No boabage.
Yeah, so stabs him through the head, and that's it. Fucking Stranix is dead. He takes the
He takes the
codes.
key, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He
it's
takes
like
the key for the disablement.
Yeah.
Job done.
Keep the faith, he says to Stranix.
Yeah. And then the song by Bon Jovi kicks in.
Yep. One of 2 missiles is destroyed by one of the F-18 fighter jets, but the other one carries on. Ryback ends up having to dial into the code. He gets out from the Pentagon to do that, and it ends up blowing up with fucking seconds to spare. The Pentagon, they celebrate wildly, and then they call off the airstrike on the Missouri. Breaker stands up, lights a cigarette, leaves. He's not happy that it was a success and it got him off the hook. The remaining crew members, they're all freed from the front of the ship.
Yeah,
and
they've unwelded the doors, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they're flopping around like fucking fish in there.
Yeah.
Why?
They had the shunt in there from Society, I think.
Why are they flopping around like fish? They just were in a bit of water and now they're not.
Yeah.
They're not actual fish. But they're all flapping about like they're suddenly... it's air.
Can you imagine, Tom, opening that door after it's been fused shut? Can you imagine the smell of all that semen?
It would be... Oh, okay.
Can you imagine that? You've opened your brother's door before.
Yeah.
You're well aware of it.
No, my brother's not got a door.
What's he got?
He has a curtain. My mum does not allow him to have a door.
Why is that?
I don't know. She's convinced the damp will come back in the room, so she won't give him a door.
Dear me. That is a lot of semen.
Yeah.
The damp.
It's weird. It is weird.
The remaining crew members, they're freed. They all sail to San Francisco. Ryback's checked by the Navy doctor. He needs 3 or 4 stitches. You need to come down to the infirmary. Ryback tells them that I'm afraid of needles. And everybody laughs.
Everybody laughs, even if they couldn't hear what he was saying.
Yeah, there's people miles away.
He talks about he needs 3 or 4 stitches, obviously, on his eye. Are they forgetting about the big fucking gash he got from that or
She sorted that
on his
out.
back?
She sorted that out.
The stripper sorted that out.
She sorted that out because she's got tits.
One guy...
I didn't see him, apparently.
Who, Tom has no idea she has tits.
Yeah,
I don't know of these magical powers.
One guy asked Ryback, what's for breakfast? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What kind of question is that?
It's to set Tuco up to say, subs, man. We're having subs. And everyone's like, ah!
I don't know. Subs are like a sandwich. Though,
Yeah,
right?
that's what they're having
Not for
breakfast.
Not for breakfast, though, right? You'd have eggs. You'd have eggs over easy, surely.
Yeah, you would. Well, Tom would.
He would.
It's just a normal fucking thing.
Eggs and onions.
There's a man punching himself in the face. He's laughing so much.
And then we get cue ball.
Oh, yeah, remember cue ball?
Remember cue ball, the famous black cue ball?
Yeah.
He turns up and he shows us a little move, a dance move. And then he says, hey, you show us a move. And he says, here's a move for you, you fuckers.
And then he molests.
Yeah.
And then he sexually assaults.
And it comes out of absolutely nowhere.
It's such an unearned kiss.
And
Because there
he
is no...
sexually assaults his co-star.
There
right
is-
there in front of everyone, and they all cheer.
Typical 80s, like...
There is no hint of romance between them in the whole film.
At all.
It's such an unearned kiss.
Even when it's just the two of them, they hardly speak to each other.
He seems more pissed off at her than anything else.
Yeah.
He's not interested. Yeah, here's a move for you. And then he kisses her.
You two have no idea of the workings of love. the machinations of love. That's how it works. You take the piss out of each other, you're horrible to each other, you inevitably have some sex. That's relationships.
Apparently, because we're always horrible to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, wait until I've gone. But that's how it works.
They
Big
kiss.
Kissy.
The crowd cheers, triumphant music plays, and we get a nice look at the Missouri as we fade in to the end of the film, which is a funeral.
It's the funeral of El Capitan.
Yeah, it's being held on the decks of the Missouri. It's showing the captain's casket. It's got the flag draped over it. Ryback's saluting. He's got his service uniform on this
He's wearing
time.
full white dress for this one, showing the fucking respect he deserves.
Yeah.
He's got his military decorations on his full rank. He's saluting as well. God bless him. Weirdly enough, Jordan's there in some sort of like sailor boy outfit. She joined the fucking Navy now.
I noticed that. She's like also in line with them as well.
I think she's going to just get those tits out, which is what the captain would have wanted.
I think she's got the
If I
haunted
was
look.
a captain, that's what I would have wanted.
She's got the haunted look of someone who's been mentally scarred by what she saw.
I just don't understand why she's in line with the actual soldiers.
Me neither.
Maybe she's
Or
not.
why
maybe-
she's dressed
Like,
like...
it's not like she's like at the end of the line. It's like she is in the middle of it.
Yeah,
because of her breasts.
that's probably
Thank
true.
you.
Fair.
Thank you. That sums that up.
I'm going to read a paragraph from... We mention this in every Seagal film that we cover. It's Seagalogy, the study of the ass-kicking films of Steven Seagal by Vern. Buy it. We're going to link it in our bio. Tom, make sure you buy this book.
Or else.
It's hilarious. He says, as great as this picture is, it officially marks the beginning of the silver era of Seagal. And it is sad to say goodbye to the golden era, where everything was more personal. Gone are the more intimate, street-based tough guy stories of the first 4 films. From now on, he is more likely to be taking on highly trained teams of terrorists than the guy who killed his favourite priest, wife, or shot his niece, or killed his partner and also some lady in traffic. The action becomes more based on explosions and military hardware, with less emphasis on stealing bats from guys or bashing a guy's head through a drink cooler or a china cabinet or something. He spends lots of time explaining what different weapons are called, what they do, and how to use them. Valuable time that could be used to break a guy's arm in half, stab a guy through the neck, or shoot a guy's leg clean off. I enjoy the action in this picture, but all of the explosions and shootouts in the whole movie don't add up to the power of the freeze frame on Seagal after he threw the pimp through the windshield in the opening of Out for Justice. Very well said, Vern.
Fucking top notch.
And I agree with him. I think those first 4 films where he's just like on the streets as a cop, it's all very low-key kind of action. He's just after some guy that's wronged his family or whatever. From now on, if you look at all of his films, it's all very global, isn't it? Global repercussions on things.
Yeah, I mean, he went back to doing cop films, but he was still very much the focus of all of the cops.
Yeah.
Wasn't because he was like
It's always about
he was like
corruption
a
or-
disgraced cop
Yeah.
in like the whole of the force, rather than just some little fucking guy running around in his local cop shop
Yeah.
doing shit.
Yeah.
The first 4 films for
Fucking
for me,
unbelievable.
absolutely brilliant.
Well, I remember I
recommend
watched...
them fully to Tom.
Yeah,
Because this is
just the first 4.
This is
I
the
will
first.
definitely be watching more Steven Seagal films.
Go for the first 4 then. Obviously, we can tell you what they are. I'm just going to say that and leave it at that. But the first one I ever watched was Out for Justice.
Oh, that's the
And
creme de la
for
creme.
me, Out for Justice is the best Seagal film. I fucking love
I'll
that
watch it.
film.
Followed by Hard to Kill. That's his second best, in my opinion.
I don't know. I like Mark
You
for
liked
Death.
Mark... I know you did, yeah.
I would go Out for Justice, Mark for Death, Hard to Kill, Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go that. And it was I got pointed towards him by somebody saying, watch Mark for Death, you'll fucking love it. Just seen this film, it's a guy, he does martial
Voodoo.
arts, he's
Yeah.
a fucking maniac. And I went to try and get it from the shop, waited for ages, so the blokes, everyone else in the shop left, because I wasn't 18. They're all 18s, until this one. And I went up, and I tried to get Marked for Death, and the guy in the shop took it out the back, came back and said, nah, we haven't got that one. We've got this one. It's got the same guy in it. And I was like, okay, because it was an 18. I was like, yeah. So I took Out for Justice home. Fucking hell, I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. It is so differently violent to all of the like Van Damme stuff and all that sort of. I fucking loved it. I still do. Out for Justice is the fucking top film for me. But all of these films, they're different. They're different, and they're good for the difference.
Yeah.
But there's a fucking underlying trend to them after this one. And he's right. Vern is right. This is where it stopped being just gritty violence and became more
Message.
crash bang.
There's a message behind the
Saviour of
violence.
the world.
Kind of. Very much so, yeah. I've got a body count for you, Ken. I want you to have a little guess. Or both of you have a little guess. The body count for this film.
Body count.
That's fucking lot.
23.
That's way higher than what I was going to say.
Really?
Yeah. I'll say 19.
The body count for this film is 63.
Holy shit. What?
Didn't they shoot a lot of people at the party?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went 23 because I don't know how many were confirmed.
Yeah. How many of the 63 did Casey Ryback kill?
Oh, okay.
And obviously all of these are on-screen deaths.
14.
9.
He killed 30.
What?
Casey, Steven Seagal.
See him kill 30.
Steven Seagal killed 47.6% of all the fucking deaths in this film.
Of course he did. That.
The second highest.
100 grenades he had in the film.
Wow. The second highest is Stranix with 2.
Wow. We were way off.
Be the second highest.
I know, right?
How can there be another 30 unaccounted for deaths and nobody gets more than 1?
Because you've got Jordan Tate, she kills Dharma. You've got Krill, kills Captain Adams. And you've got Kemby Wild, who kills the F-18 pilot. I'm assuming maybe...
With the pilot, though? The pilot, that was full of fucking people.
No, the one plane that comes over.
Okay.
So actually, maybe KBW deserves more than that. Actually, when you think of the seals that turn up.
I was about to say you've got the helicopter that turns up.
So maybe you're the second deadliest man in this film, Ken.
You're damn right I am.
Yeah.
I'll take second fiddle
There was
to
easily
Seagal.
10 people on that helicopter.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
I like that as well because they were all like bigging themselves up, saying, "Right, you ready, guys?
Yeah, we're gonna land. We're
Let's
gonna
do
fuck 'em
this."
all.
And it was just like, "Don't worry, we're sending in the sea." And then they exploded immediately. Yeah, it was like, oh, okay.
So what do you reckon, guys, then? Is this getting inducted or what?
Tom?
I'm going to say yeah.
It gets inducted?
Yeah, it's a bit silly.
Oh, how very rude.
I enjoyed it, but I think
silly.
I think it's a bit silly. The whole
that's like the most British way of putting something in the. It's a little bit silly, isn't it?
But I mean, the whole he's a cook. That's like a SEAL undercover. Like just
That's
because the
classic
captain
Seagal,
likes him, and then the girl that's like all of a sudden becomes a pro with a gun and all of that. Like it just, I would say yeah.
Raise a good point.
Well, this is going to throw it open then because I say no, it doesn't deserve to be put in.
Oh, it's up to Dom.
Purely because this is it's like box office gold for Seagal. This one,
good movie.
This is the top level he ever reached box office wise. It's the most like produced. It's got everything. It was fucking nominated for 2 Oscars. Admittedly on a couple of shit categories, but no offense out there if you work on sound, but I don't know. For me, I saw this at the fucking cinema and I loved it then.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think this is got enough to be classed as a bad movie. Or one of our bad movies, sorry. Rather than just generalising. One of our criteria. I'm not sure it has. I think it's got too much that would tick boxes of a good film. I think if you're going to throw this one in, you might as well start throwing in some Die Hards. Because I think this ticks the same boxes as those.
I enjoyed it. It's a bit silly.
Okay, Dom, over to you.
I don't think you can put Steven Seagal's most commercially successful film in a bad movie. I don't think it is a bad movie. It's shot well. The director went on to do like The Fugitive that won fucking Oscars and shit. I think it is shot well. Seagal's fucking Seagal. You know, he's like this in every film. Is it a bad movie because of the tropes? This invented the tropes. Everyone went on to be like...
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to... And also the bad guy, Tommy Lee Jones is brilliant in this.
He's easily the best character.
Gary Busey's brilliant in it. Erica Oleniak's fucking ridiculous. But, you know, back then...
Great tits.
Great tits. Can't fucking fault it, can you?
It's going to get in.
No, it gets out.
Out just because of great tits.
No, so I'm going to have to
You
agree
want
with
it
Ken.
in because of her haircut, Tom. That's different.
Yeah.
We want to keep it out because of her tits.
And we have to agree with
Fair.
Ken. I don't think... We've included stuff like Demolition Man in the bad movie cult.
Yeah, which, you know, may or may not have been correct in hindsight.
But I just don't think it is a bad movie. I think it's his most successful. I don't think it's... If you're saying this is bad, I think a lot of the stuff in the 90s you'd have to put in as well.
Yeah, I mean, as I say,
There's a lot of
this is
Arnie
not his
left
best.
out.
This is not his best film, but I think it's one of the most... It's definitely the most successful, but I don't think it's his best.
No. And also, we've left a lot of Arnie out, which is in a very similar, like, you know what you get with Arnie films, all those tropes of Arnie films, and we've left them out. So I think we're going to have to leave it out, I think, Tom. Sorry.
It's fair. You guys know Steven Seagal better than me.
It's Steven, you've been inducted more than once, but in this instance, you live to fight another day.
Sensei, arigato.
So your final thoughts, Tom? You enjoyed it? You're going to watch a bit more?
I enjoy the film. I'm definitely going to watch more Steven Seagal films, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think our work here is done. If that's the case.
I just feel like there's better Steven Seagal films out there.
Oh, they're definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would even like I would prefer to watch some of his really like what people would think of terrible films over this because
this is almost too polished.
Yeah.
This for a casual action film viewer, this is a good film. For the Steven Seagal fan, it's probably not.
I wouldn't even say top 5.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be pushing this to rank it top 5.
Yeah, I'd prefer to. Of all the films we've covered of him, this is probably the one I'd watch last.
Interesting.
Yeah, I honestly think even the Pen Pal one I'd watch over this. Because it's just so. Some of these films are so. Tom seems to go.
Yeah, wait till you hear about that one. Out of reach, that one's called. Don't you worry. We've got you covered, mate. We've got you covered.
Yeah.
Although in the Disney version, they probably don't write any letters to each other, and it fucking ruins the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for coming and reviewing the Steven Seagal film with me. This ends the month of June for us.
That's it. Done. Another month's done. Half the year through.
Yep. Next month, Ken, what have we got for him? It's your fucking birthday month.
Fucking is as well.
Shall we tell him what we fucking got planned?
No.
Okay. So to celebrate Ken's birthday month.
Oh, okay.
And because it's fucking Ken, he's themed it. He's only gone and themed it.
Why not? It's a good fun, isn't it?
He's gone shark related.
It's Shark Week in July. It's Shark Month.
We are going to be covering a brand new release at Ken's request that we got asked to cover.
Yes.
Which is called Narco Sharks.
Yep. It's not a brand new release. I think it's a couple of years old. But...
What is it? What the fuck's going on then? Ken, explain yourself.
No, we just got asked if we would like to watch it.
Oh.
So we said yes.
Okay, then fair enough. We were also doing Cruel Jaws, which is a rip-off. We've done a Jaws rip-off before this, haven't we?
We did The Last Shark, yeah. We did Cruel Jaws, which was pulled because it was so fucking similar.
Yeah.
And but we're going to do that one. But before that one, and after the first one, we're going to throw in, I don't know if you've probably not heard of this one, little shark film.
This is your birthday episode you're talking about. It is,
yes. Yeah, it's a 1975 film called Jaws.
Yes, the original, the start of it all. We're going to be covering Jaws.
I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's one of those, I don't know, little director bloke, Steven Spielberg or something, wrote a film about a shark and all that sort of stuff.
Spielbergio.
Yeah, so we'll probably cover that.
Yeah, one of your favourites is why you're choosing it. I did The Crow, you chose Jaws, right?
Yes, Retaliation and all that. Yep. See if we can have some laughs with that. Probably not, because I'll just be fanboying all the way through it. So it's up to Dom on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's something to look forward to for you guys next month. I will also say thank you, Mr. Tom Ellis, for joining us for 3 of these episodes this month. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I've enjoyed it.
If the listeners enjoy what you've been doing and they say, yeah, I did like that fucking idiot, we're going to get it. Please have him back.
Be nice.
I want to hear more stories. More stories about Tom and his ridiculous life.
Yeah, me too. So if you want him back, let us know. Say, yeah, get that fucking idiot back. And we will. We'll bring him back. Only, though, if the listeners want him. If not, you can fuck off.
Yeah, it's all on you. That way.
I agree.
That way, you see, we are totally devoid of having to make that decision.
Yeah.
So we are absolved. So if the decision is no, then it's not our decision at all. So therefore, friendships are retained.
Yeah.
So everyone's happy.
Fair.
Except perhaps Tom.
Tom, here's your moment now. Your microphone's live. What have you got to say to the listeners out there?
Well, cheers for listening. Hopefully you enjoy me as a person, as a nice person. Hopefully you want me to come back and listen to these two just rip into me for being a goth or whatever it is. They're cooking an egg over easy, which everybody fucking does, by the way.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, everyone does that.
Okay, that's enough. Tom.
Everybody does that.
Let me mute him.
Honestly, thanks. I hope you enjoy me. What a gay.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So if you want him back, maybe not now, regardless of what you say.
Be nice.
But we will. Thank you for listening.
You said buttocks?
I said be nice.
Oh, right, sorry.
Nice. Buttocks as well, if that helps.
It does help. I would have invited you back if you're just going to say buttocks randomly.
Sorry, I thought you said buttocks. See you next month, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Tom, for joining us.
Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you, Dom.
No worries.
Happy birthday. Hope you had a great birthday month.
I have indeed, Ken.
Fucking ages ago now.
Made even better by enjoying it with my two bestest friends in the world.
Oh, you're making me cry, Dom.
I was talking about other people.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
Gary Busey looking fine as hell.
I prefer a boy with smaller tits